Hi, this week I wanted to share with you kids spaces. We've been working on downsizing. So 3 of my kids will now share a room because a new baby's coming this fall. And so I wanted to share, this room is not huge, but I wanted to share how we are making it work for 3 littles and most of their toys and all of their clothes. So I'm going to take you along with me and kind of give you a little tour of the room. It's not super clean. This is actually how it was when I walked in this evening, except for I fixed their bed fort, which we have going on because it's just a fun thing to do right now. But I'm going to take you around, show you their drawers, their closet, and some of their toys. Their shared dresser. This is the baby's clothes, and I have I do I don't know if it's the Marie Kondo style or what it's called, but I do them basically in little rectangles and then put them upright so I can see more of what's in there. You can see she has too many clothes, so we're working on that. But what I did was first I fit it in a space, and then I try to get it down to about 2/3 of that full, and then it's way more doable when you're putting away laundry and all of that. So we're working on, I got rid of about 3 things when I was folding laundry and I found stains. Here's the next. She gets 2 drawers because she's that cool. And then here's the last one. And again, we've got the oldest where her clothes are fitting pretty well, but the last 2, we're working on it. So this is the shape of the room. This is basically when I just walked in. So not too bad for 3 children. It is often much worse than this. We have a treasure drawer. And this is the drawer of things that I don't want downstairs. Maybe it's papers they've colored and they love. This is Zoe's notebook. She's been listening to lots of Little Women, so she's inspired by Joe. And there's a kiwi crate, craft in there, different things that the kids still want them, but I don't want them in my space, so that's their drawer for that sort of thing. Their doll stuff for the dollhouse all goes in that basket and then underneath their treasure drawer. They're allowed to keep some big toys under their bed, but not a whole lot. That takes us to the closet. So we've got our dress-up trunk. The rule is everything has to fit in there with it closed. The only thing that doesn't is the cash register, and that's just the exception. And that's just our rule. When it's too full, we go through and get rid of things. But that's all of the nice dress-up clothes they have, but also the, you can see the green ring there in the shoe, the junky stuff they get from Sunday school and all of the other things. Clothes, what I do is, right now, I'll probably change this eventually, but they all have their own color of hanger, and then that's just the clothes that we keep. So if they run out of hangers, then we start minimizing clothes some more. Zeke, my boy, has broken a lot of his hangers by yanking things down. Thankfully, he doesn't need as many because it's just basically his few church shirts. And then up here we've got tapes. We still do the old-fashioned tapes there. And then I have a memory box for all 3 of them. And those are things that I want to keep, or maybe they want to keep in a safe place. And then again, if those start getting full, then we go through and reevaluate. These are all their books. We just downsized this and brought them up from downstairs because we were rearranging a room down there. They did a really good job downsizing their books. We might have to go through them again because, again, if it's stuffed full and they can't get things away, then it's too frustrating and things don't get put done here. Actually, this is in the baby-to-be room. But this dresser is huge and I did not need that for all my baby clothes. So I took the next size of, I thrift, so I buy ahead a lot for the kids' clothes, especially as they get older. You just have to get nice clothes. But what I did was I put their next size just stuffed in a drawer so I can kind of see it. These are stuffed for each of the older kids, so I know, can't even get that one open all the way. I know they're set, but these are all their winter clothes, so we're all good to go for winter, which feels great with the baby coming. Yeah, and this is the, at least, beginnings. We'll see if we change anything of the nursery. We've still got a little girl sleeping in here, but. And then this closet, we're gonna be rearranging into a toy area in the next little bit. I have a toy kitchen. We're emptying a closet downstairs that had been the kids' little kitchen area. And we're gonna put that up here and put suitcases, vacuums, all that sort of thing in the closet downstairs. So that'll be another upcoming project. I've been out of breath this whole video because pregnancy. But here's basically the rest of the kids' toys other than the kitchen stuff. You can see rearranging, lamp without a shade, random black bin up there that I'm finding home for. Anyway, we're working on it. It's a work in progress. It's a lot of work to get rid of, like, what do? We got rid of about half of the storage space in one of our rooms. So anyway, that's a lot of rearranging and getting rid of. But we basically have 3 bins in the living room. It doesn't have to look like a kid's playroom, but the kids can easily play in here. We have one of baby stuff, so even if we have another baby come over and visit, it's all a safe size, easy for babies. We have train stuff with animals in it that goes in another bin. And then in our last bin up here, we have Polly Pockets and Matchbox cars. And the kids love to play down here. And then we have a seasonal book bin, and I keep the out of season books in the garage in a decoration. You can see super full, and with the kids, that 2/3 rule is pretty important because I have almost 6, almost 4 1-year-old. Putting things away, my kids are actually really great at putting things away, but they're still kids. So that 2/3 rule helps so much. I noticed it especially with the bins in the living room. They had been completely full in around January, and then we were doing our January purge. We do this frequently after Christmas, and we went through and we made them 2/3 full, and the complaints stopped, and they were suddenly much easier. It was suddenly much easier for them to put things away. And so that 2/3 rule, we're working on it in a couple more spaces, but super important for kids. Last points that you've probably heard, nothing new here for this, but kids don't need a ton of toys. I feel like my kids have a ton of toys. And I still feel when that inventory is too much for them to put away. I recently bought them some Paw Patrol things. I bought them the Lookout for their birthday on Facebook Marketplace. Wasn't sure I was going to keep it. Hid it in the garage. It came with the person selling it. It was selling a bunch of little vehicles and big vehicles. You might have caught a glimpse of some of them in their room. One was up on top of their bed. They saw them when we were cleaning out the car, and they ended up with like 5 vehicles, which for me is like, oh. So I was rethinking even giving them the Lookout because I was like, oh, they already have so many toys. But now, and I know they're going to love it. They love the toys they do have, but I'm considering moving them to outside toys because I have a whole clubhouse outside. I want them playing outside anyway. So we're constantly reevaluating their inventory on certain things. And I told my daughter, she's like, well, why don't we get rid of the dollhouse and just keep all of the Paw Patrol stuff? And I told her, because the dollhouse is timeless. Your daddy built it for you. Oh yeah, it's fly season. I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but we've got a fly buzzing around. Yay. But your daddy built it for you. This is doll stuff that your little sister's probably going to want to use. You might grow out of Paw Patrol, but still love dolls. Anyway, we had the whole conversation. Same thing with her American Girl doll. She got handed down from me. And I told her there are some things that are just, we're not going to get rid of them. They're like, if doll furniture breaks, if a certain doll is really beat up, yes, we'll pass on. We can pass it on to something else or throw it away, but the doll stuff stays. So we're always looking at what are they actually playing with? What is more of a timeless, open-ended toy? I'm not a big fan of toys that have one purpose. Most of my kids' toys are, they're going to make up stories. They're going to combine their toys with other toys to play, all those great things. But kids don't need tons of toys. This video was helpful to you. Like, subscribe, comment down below and let me know what your area is, especially with kids, that it feels like you're always having to declutter or it's always over your preferred inventory or yeah, driving you crazy. And comment down below and I'd love to hear back from you. And I'll see you in the next video.